Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to dive into a style of leadership that can totally reshape how customers see your company. And you know what? It all starts in a place you probably wouldn't expect.
Look, every business leader out there is asking this exact question, right? How do we create an amazing, unforgettable experience for our customers? Well, the answer might just surprise you.
That's it. That's the secret. The real way to transform your external customer experience, it starts by looking inward. It begins with your own people, your culture, and, yep, your leadership.
So let's talk about the view from the outside for a second. How your customers actually feel your company's vibe. When an employee feels genuinely inspired, when they feel valued, that's not just some internal number on a chart. They carry that feeling into every email, every phone call, every single interaction. And your customers? They are on the receiving end of that. And believe me, they can absolutely feel the difference.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Transformational leadership. It sounds like another buzzword from a stuffy management textbook, right? But it's not. This isn't just some nice-sounding phrase. It's a real, practical, powerful tool for actual companies with real people who want to do more than just hit their quarterly numbers.
So how does this actually work?
Well, it's all built on 4 key pillars. We're going to break down every single one so you can see exactly how they create this incredible ripple effect from the inside of your company all the way out to the customer.
Okay, pillar number 1 is all about having a vision. A transformational leader doesn't just hand out tasks. No, they paint this vivid picture of the future. They give you a purpose that is so compelling, so crystal clear, that the whole team feels this deep, authentic desire to jump in and make it a reality.
And this just nails it. It's that moment when your boss explains not just what you're doing, but why it's so important. All of a sudden, your project isn't just another task on a to-do list. It's a vital piece of this much bigger, more meaningful puzzle. That right there, that's inspiration action.
All right, let's move on to the second pillar and see how this builds. This is all about understanding that, bonuses and free snacks aren't the whole story. A transformational leader knows how to tap into what really drives people from the inside. That fundamental human need for personal growth, for real recognition, and for making an actual impact.
What's so critical here is the focus on authenticity. We've all gotten that generic, good job email that feels like someone's just checking a box. This is totally different. This is that manager who celebrates your win in front of everyone, not because HR has a policy, but because they genuinely see what you did and they know that recognition is the spark that's going to light your fire.
Pillar number 3 is where great leadership gets personal. It's about seeing your team members as unique human beings, not just, cogs in a machine. This kind of leader basically throws out the one-size-fits-all rulebook and instead focuses on giving each person the specific support they need to really grow and thrive.
And here is a perfect example of that. Instead of just pushing you to get a tiny bit better at what you already do, this boss actually listens. They hear that you're passionate about learning something totally new, and they change your development plan to help you on that journey. That's the kind of leadership that says, hey, I see you, and I am invested in your future.
Okay, our final pillar. This one is all about sparking creativity and new ideas. This leader isn't interested in just controlling things and keeping the status quo. No, they lead from a place of genuine curiosity, always challenging the team to question the old ways and to explore new ways of thinking, even if it means messing up a few times to get there.
Man, this contrast is just so powerful. This is how it's always been done. I mean, that phrase is an innovation killer. But a simple question, what if we tried this a different way? That opens up a whole world of possibilities. It gives your team permission to get creative and to smash old assumptions.
So this really gets to the heart of it. A good leader, they manage. They make sure the trains run on time, that processes are followed, and tasks get done. And look, that's absolutely essential. But a transformational leader, they inspire. They connect all that work to a bigger purpose, turning a job into a mission. That's the shift. That's what changes everything.
Okay, so we get the theory. It all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? This next part is all about your toolkit. 4 real, concrete things you can start doing, like today, to become a more transformational leader.
All right, let's run through this toolkit. First up, Continuous feedback. This means you got to ditch the dreaded annual review for regular, in-the-moment coaching that's about growth, not just grades. Second, active listening. And I mean for real. This isn't just waiting for your turn to talk. It's about truly hearing what your team is saying. Third, autonomy with purpose. Give your people the what and the why, and then trust them to figure out the how. And fourth, authentic recognition. Make your praise specific, make it timely, and connect what they did right back to the team's bigger mission. These are the daily habits that build a transformational culture.
So as we start to bring this all together, let's go back to where we started. Remember that big question about transforming your customer experience? Well, this is the payoff. A truly motivated team, led by inspiration. It creates a culture that doesn't stay inside the building. It ripples outward.
And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. A customer feels it when your team is fired up. They notice when the service just flows, when the solutions actually solve their problems, and when every interaction feels real and genuine. You just can't fake a great internal culture. What you grow inside your company is exactly what your customers are going to experience on the outside.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Take a hard look at your own leadership, at your own team. Are you really leading in a way that transforms? And is the team that you see every day the reflection you actually want your customers to see? The answer to those questions, well, that holds the key to everything.